Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Banished with myself, Lewis. We're here doing stuff, yes. The town of GeeksVille is prospering nicely. I'm back from having no internet as well for a week, so I hope you've enjoyed the Banished content over the following days. It's been fun, and today we'll carry on. So, in the last few episodes, we made the expensive houses, yes, the district for expensive men and women, and they very quickly moved in and started having their babies. We have Isabeth, who is quite the little girl thing, Aralyle, and these guys haven't sprouted one out yet. Jania is only 16, so we need to make sure that no funny business goes on there. And in here we have Eureka inside the poor man's houses. She's a blacksmith. You'd think she'd have the money, but it turns out she doesn't. So today I want to start relocating some of my things. Because a cool little thing that I like doing when we first start off, which isn't the best way to run it, but a lot of people have been saying that I've placed things in the wrong area. Now, it's true that they're not in the best area they could be, but when I start a town up, I like to build everything very close, so that way your town gets the best chance of getting all the stuff moved into the stockpiles, and people don't have to travel far, and working distances are easy, and stuff like that, and it gives your town a real easy boost to get going. And I find that once you've got your town going, which we kind of have, you know, we're on like 2,137 stored food, so it's going up, we're doing well. It's time to start relocating some businesses to other places so that we can start gathering all the resources from there. So today, I'm thinking we're going to move some of our things around. So a gatherer's hut is one thing I want to place over here. If we place a gatherer's hut, well, they're going to pick up all the turnips and they're going to get all of the taters and all that stuff. But it means we're going to need to make a bridge. And it's the first real, you know, big build of our town. Yes, our one builder has been busy building the nice houses that I feel that he or she now has the who actually is our builder. It's Hiroshio is a man. Yes, he's the man. Oh look, and we just got another labourer as well. How good is that? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to that labourer and make him a builder for today. And we're going to build the bridge, yes, the first bridge of GeeksVille, and it's probably going to come over here, I think. So let's go ahead and select our bridge from our little area down here, and we're just going to go with a wooden bridge for today, because I think that's the best one. I don't think we can do any others. No, we can just make a tunnel, but that's fine. So we'll do a bridge from here. It's going to make its way over to here. Yes, our first real build. It's not like the one they have in, like, America and things like that with all the things, but hey, we're a small town. You can't expect much just yet. Oh, we just got another labourer. That's so good. They're sprouting out of everywhere. Now, one thing you want to be really kind of careful with is expansion of your area, but not expanding your homes. Because if you don't expand your homes, then your guys are going to die and you're not going to have any children. So you've got to be careful with that. Hence why we made the more expensive and the poor area for the poor people. We can even make ourselves like a boarding house for the guys who just really have no money, but they're so expensive to make. Let's see if we can find it. It was around here somewhere. There's like a boarding house you can have. Trade? No, that's not the one. It's not market. Is it in houses? A boarding house, that's the one. 100 wood and 45 of the stone. And look how big this guy is. He's huge. You can get loads of people in there, but I don't think they do too well when they're in there. Oh look, our bridge is coming on really well. So once we've got this, we're going to move our gatherer over here, I think. Because the gatherers actually bring in a lot of food. Like these guys, the gatherers' huts. They bring in tons, and when it comes to trading, which soon we'll get into, we'll get a spot of trading on the go, and hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves some berries and get ourselves some seeds and things, because we can't currently make any farms or anything like that. We haven't got any livestock, because we did it on hard, because, you know, hard mode with beasts like that. We're not going to go and have all the stuff that you generally start with. So we don't start with seeds, we don't have any cattle or livestock, we've got to trade it, which is, you know, it's fun. So we have another labourer as well, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw one of my labourers, where are we going to put him? We got a gatherer, we got a fisherman, got our hunters, our woodcutters, our foresters, and our herbalists. I think I'm going to put into fish, because fish is a very good resource to have. So we'll put that in there and we'll keep our 2 builders. And the other builder that we get, so we've got 2 at the minute, the spare one I'm going to throw into the new gatherer's hut. Yeah. And then once we've got enough stuff gathered, we're looking to trade in so we can get the other stuff. Hey, I think that'll work nicely. How are we doing? 72 out, 89 out of 18. We're almost there. Wow, they build a bridge really fast. It's all those house building. She's gathered her skill. He's gathered his skills. Mr. Oh no, that's Yolandus. That's our new builder, who's 10 years old. Putting them to work early. Alright, we got a bridge. Look at that. So, where are we going to want to build this? Well, I'm going to bring a path, I think, down this way somewhere. Yeah, so if we had a path coming down here, and we've got to kind of think where the building's going to go as well. So, if we have a look in here, we'll have a look at our gatherer's hut. Want this whole area gathered. Yeah, so here is probably going to be the best place to put it, I think. We'll move it around. So we'll put it about there. And poof. Cool. And we're going to want to get a road down as well, aren't we? So let's build ourselves a path. And where's our gatherer's hut end? It's there, isn't it? So we'll build this guy here and bring it up to our bridge. Cool beans. Alright, so that stuff's going to come down there. They'll be able to bring all their good foods and things up this way to our storage barn, which is slowly filling up. And it's going to allow us to get all the food we need for all of the new children that are getting born. We're at 18 out of 8, so the town is growing, which is nice. They're all starting to get born in here. Let's see if... Aha, they have Barna. She's only 17. Huh. Well, I guess that's legal in GeeksVille. I don't think it's legal in most places, but I think it's legal in GeeksVille. We'll allow it for the time being. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But our gatherers and our builders are starting to do their thing, which is nice. They're going to knock down all the trees. They'll remove the debris in the area so they can have a nice working environment. And then we'll get our gatherers in there and we'll start gathering up all the items, all these little seed things and pockets of awesomeness and these little root guys down here. Start picking them all up and bringing them over for the foods, which will be great. I think once we've done that as well, we'll build the rest of the poorhouses. And hopefully we'll get an additional villager so we can get the school up and running. Now schools are pretty cool because, you know, getting an education is nice, and if you get an education then it means the guys can go ahead and they'll get smarter, which is great. It means they produce and they're a lot more productive because they know what they're doing. They're not just your average guy, no. But we do need someone to educate them. And as far as I'm aware, in a school, you only need one person, which is pretty good. Yeah. I don't really know how that works, because generally you'd think you'd have more than one person in a school, but it turns out, no. One person is more than enough teaching that is required. Let's go and speed time up a little bit, and we'll get this guy a mill. Oh yeah. We need to keep a close eye on our food as well. As long as it sits around the 2,000 mark, I'm pretty happy with that. One thing to remember is you can never have enough food. No. And they're doing their thing. Once you've got around about 3,000 to 4,000 food, I'll then start looking into trading. Yeah, trading is a thing. And the traders market's pretty big as well, so we have to... Where is it? It's around here somewhere, yeah. It's fairly big, so I think we'd put it like around here somewhere. Yeah, like here. I think that's a good place to put a trader. And you actually see the boats coming down as well. Little guys coming to have a trade. They enjoy that. Actually, we could place that now, couldn't we? So we're probably going to put it around here somewhere, I think. What we'll do is we'll pause it for the time being, because we don't want it made just yet, but we do need to start getting our seeds in as soon as possible. There we go. We've got gatherers. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw another person in here for gathering. There we go. We'll take one of our builders away, and we'll set him as a gatherer. Cool beans. So we have 3 out of 8 gatherers. So they'll kind of gather from different places. You can see here that we have one of our 4 gatherers doing his thing. And over here we have the additional 2 gatherers, all making all the stuff they need. And that's pretty good. I am going to also go ahead and change the fuel limit to 400. Purely because as our GeeksVille grows and the town arises, we're going to need to make sure that we have enough firewood to keep all of the people happy. Yeah, because it's very quickly going to get... It's very quickly going to get cold during the winters. What do we got? 2,462. Bam! Getting all the stuff. And we got a good, nice amount of resources as well. I think I'm going to mine all of this out as well. So let's go and select our mining tool. And we'll collect a load of stone, because a load of stone around here, and we'll collect a load of the iron as well. But I don't want to remove the trees, no, because trees are good areas for our gatherers. We might even go ahead and put another herbalist over here as well, so we can get that stuff. I could even remove this gatherer's hut, but I think what I'll do is I'll leave it for the time being until we've got this guy fully stocked up, and then we'll think about removing this one, because he's still doing the thing. If we have a look, you can see he's got a decent amount of stuff. He's not doing too bad for an area that isn't really that great at gathering in. No, but I think this guy's going to do a lot better. You can see that he's already starting to do his thing, and that's just for one guy. Yeah. Alright, so let's start working on getting our poorhouses up. We'll see how many kids we can get in by the end of today's episode, because we're already up to 9, which is nice. One thing I've found is you want to try and make it so that your... what speed are we running at? We're still running at 10 times, which is good. You want to try and make it so that your children are born once every couple of years. Yeah. So you get a nice turnaround on people dying, as horrible as it sounds, and people becoming adults or 10 years old so they can start working. If you kind of off-balance that, you're going to have a point in which loads of people just, you know, just kick the bucket, and then we won't have any kids to replace them, which sucks, because one of my guys got killed by a boar earlier. I think it's up here somewhere. Yeah, Randon the hunter was trampled by a wild boar, and luckily we had Ollie who replaced him as a hunter, but there does come a point in which that won't happen, so you've got to be really careful with that, because we definitely don't want that to happen. How are we doing? Our guys are doing pretty well. Yeah, got another wooden house getting built. Once that's done, we'll take the thing off this guy and get this one done as well. Where are we? 96. Yeah, let's go and do this one as well. Tell these guys to get a building. Cool. And that's going to be 3 of our poorhouses built. Has anyone moved in? We've got Sammy and Eureka and those still haven't got a partner yet, but I'm sure they will, you know. Most people want to go for the more expensive ladies. I understand that. Sammy and Eureka, I feel sorry for them, but I'm sure they'll get a partner soonish. Yeah. Then they'll sprout out a child, and we'll have more labourers and workers for our cause. Actually, let's throw that down here. There we go. Cool. Alright, we're doing pretty well. Our barn is filling slowly with mushrooms, venison, onions, berries and herbs. Beautiful stuff. And mainly fish. I think fish is probably the best way of getting food early-ish. If you haven't gone and done it on normal. If you do it on normal, then farming's not too bad, but you need a lot of farmers to actually get somewhere with farming, because it's a yearly thing. You know, you sow the seeds, you grow the crops, you harvest the crops. Things happen. And our reserve of logs is low. It's because we set this guy to 400. How are we sitting? We're on 235. So we might have to start thinking about throwing some more guys into our forester's lodge. We're on 3 out of 4 anyway, so it's not too bad. It's doing alright, I think. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of this stuff. Once this guy's done with his wood, I might actually go and tone it down just a little bit to 300. Gives us an additional 100 logs, doesn't it? For our firewood. And then all of the woods to start going back into our stockpile for stalking. And how are we doing here? We've got Dolly, Sammy, and Eureka. The lonely 3 women on Poor Street. They haven't got nothing going for them just yet. I'm sure they will soonish. They're getting on a little bit though, except for Sammy. She's a young'un, you know. She's starting off good. And how are we doing here? We've got Barna, who's 5. Arlyle, who's 9, who will soon actually become a working adult. And Isabeth, who will become a working adult soon. Cool. So we'll get them to work. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to throw a couple more into the gatherers' huts, so that we can start getting those herbs and things and see that stuff's going well. And let's have a look down here. Our woodcutters is full. Our forester could do with someone else. So, you know, wood is always a good resource to have for a new prospering town. Our herbalist is doing well. It could be worth actually moving our herbalist at some point, but our herbalist currently at the minute is full on herbs, so you don't really have to worry about that. One thing to note is when you start out, there's generally enough resources in the general area for you to grab most of the things you need. So you don't have to worry about placing stuff further away as when it's nice and early. But as it gets older, you then have to start worrying about that stuff. So we've got another 2 labourers. There we go. So our expensive town is flourishing. And I think what we're going to do is we'll throw another one into our gatherers. There we go. So we've got 5 out of 8 gatherers. And we'll put another one into logs. I don't want to do logs. We could do, but it would be nice to get some trading started, at least. I think what I'm going to do is I'll put another one into our... Oh, Windell's just got born. I'll put another builder in here. There we go. And we'll start thinking about doing our trading post soon. Yeah. So we can get all our berries and things. Another good thing that we could do as well is we could make ourselves a quarry. A mine. Or a quarry. Yeah. If we did that, then we can start getting loads of stone, which would be awesome. And you don't really have to worry about throwing too many people in quarries and things like that too early, because they're still going to get stone if there's just one person there. It's just, it means you haven't got to then tell people to go and get all of the stone. They'll just go and do it because that's their job. It's what they get paid to do, although we don't have any money in GeeksVille yet. Maybe we will at one point. A currency of types. At least at the minute they just get paid in food, but you can see we're on 77%, so everything is going swimmingly. 3,300. The food is soaring in. We're doing pretty nicely. I'm liking this. Let's go slow time down. Just a tad. There we go. And we'll get people moving. Alright, cool beans. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be that for this episode. We've gone and set up a new gatherer's hut for getting all of our lovely turnips and potatoes and vegetables. And we'll get all the good stuff there. I think I am going to put another herbalist down here at some point, but maybe not just yet because we're full. So, you know, we're not having a hard time getting the herbs that we need. We've got a fairly small town, 21, and we've got 21 adults and 9 children. But as time grows and people need more herbs and more medicine, then we'll have to start thinking about possibly moving that down here at another time. But yeah, cool. Alright guys, well today we made the bridge. The Great Bridge of GeeksVille. Yes, I need to name this bridge, but I can't think of a good name for it. Maybe we'll come up with something in the next episode. But the Great Bridge was built today. Yes, the town of poor and rich has been sorted. As Eureka and any of those go. Oh, hey, look, Leando and Sammy made Fernard. How nice. Dolly and Eureka will soon get there one day. And we just got another labourer. Awesome. Cool beans, guys. Well, that's going to be that for this episode. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you're brand new to the channel, I urge you to subscribe for some more awesome content. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one. And goodbye.